Now then, hobbyists. In the UK, we have a programme called Grand Designs, hosted by Kevin MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. I think there is also an Australian version, but the UK version is shown on Netflix if anyone's truly that interested. The idea of the show is that a couple gets a piece of land, usually on the side of a cliff, or a small bit of waste ground in a city, or maybe even a controversial part of the Greenbelt, and build their dream home. The format is usually that they have a massive budget, which by the end is doubled. The wife becomes pregnant, adding a sense of urgency to the build, and the weather is usually the worst it's ever been. At the end, the smug couple sit there drinking tea, saying that the budget went out of the window and they don't know why, but usually it's because they spent 10 grand on a bath. This is nothing new though really, as throughout time when people have had a pile of money, they've wanted to build a pile to be the lord of what they survey. Obviously this was easier in Victorian times, before planning permission was invented. The real issue is that once the person has built it, lived there, and then died, the house is usually sold off. We did a video at Cornist Hall that fits this exactly and now sits abandoned. Up until 1967, a lot of places became country pubs and restaurants, but when drink driving laws came in, this was the first real nail in the coffin for the country pubs. Some became hotels or apartments, others were simply knocked down. This is not that easy though, as a lot of them, usually the worst ones, have conservation orders and sit there till a local is sick of the eyesore on his doorstep and burns it to the ground, or it has some other type of freak accident. Today we are visiting the Wild Boar in Tarporley, formerly known as Beeston Towers. After its owner died, it became a boarding school for girls, maybe like St Trinian's. I'll have to look at the crime rate during the time. It was then a guest house and a hotel. Most recently it was a wedding venue. We attended a wedding here only 6 years ago, but because of poor business decisions and bad weather, it has now led to this. Awkwardly, being a grade 2 listed building, it's too expensive to bring back to the former glory, and they're unable to demolish it. No doubt a local is currently looking for a jerry can. The lunchboxes do look good whizzing around the car park, even though it's full of debris. It was only a matter of time before we started messing about, as God forbid that we just have a normal day of driving the cars around. So we thought, why don't we go urban exploring with the lunchboxes? The doors were wide open, and it would be interesting to see if the fate of the outside carries on the inside, and who knows, maybe even housing some ghosts of the past. Before I let you all go, as ever, here are some outtakes for you all. So you don't miss out on further videos and similar nonsense, please like, feel free to comment, definitely subscribe, and press that bell-shaped thingy to be woken up at all hours for further content. But for now, that's your lot.